As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, it's Vishnu welcoming you back to Persona 1, you dumb fool.
Rapping Vishnu. now 86. Holy shit, for the love of God, someone buy our CD.
David hasn't learned heal all yet. I'm still using Virgo for the time being. Is that unheard of?
I don't think I've ever. Man, that's kind of like the last thing I'd expect to hear. Oh man.
Oh, rapping Vishnu.
The
Fuck
rapping
yes.
Vishnu, yes. Alright, what are we doing today?
Today we are leaving the Lost Forest behind us. Oh, by the way, there's, like I said, that piece that played earlier when we were at the school.
Yeah.
It's playing here in this lobby only, and I love it.
Oh, are you talking about that, that...
The
Wait.
ambient piece, yeah.
Yeah. The one you couldn't get enough of.
Anyway, we should be going to the castle today, unless I screwed up royally.
Well...
But to do that, we have to go back on the west side of town, homie.
Well... And for those of you that are joining us today and for some reason didn't watch yesterday's part, me and Matt are actually not in the same household for these weekend parts. We're actually communicating via Skype calls, so there may be a bit of technical quirkiness from here and then, but this is to ensure that we do not miss any.
The Johnny streak is not broken.
Yeah. We have to make sure that the Persona streak is not broken because, God forbid, it becomes Final Fantasy IV. We don't want that to happen.
Exactly. That'll make everybody sad. You, me, the viewers, and Vishnu.
Do it for Vishnu, Matt. Think about Vishnu.
Anyway, I'm getting ready to go to the castle. I'm not sure what my levels are because I do take some time out of my way to grind, and apparently I did use up quite a few Persona. I'm just looking to see what my options are right now at this point. And what I usually end up doing is taking some of the Persona I got now into the next dungeon because they have more than enough offensive magic power behind them to still flatten the monsters in the castle mana.
Oh, okay.
However, after that, and needless to say, the next time me and you meet up, when I grind, I'm going to be like grinding up to get some better Persona on the characters. I made Lance, but if you remember, I had that Water Elf spell card from a while back. I used that in my fusion with Lance to get Mabufula at rank 2. Plus the bullets in the fusion combined make it for a very powerful Persona. Also, if you manage to return him, you get the Spear of the Gabolge, or the Charm Blade in this case, which is a very powerful weapon for Brad.
So, in other words, things were looking up.
Things were looking up the minute I made Deva. Because, like I said, if I really, really wanted to cheese this game, I just would have bought like a whole bunch of fusion stones, mixed them into the fusions, and then just powered them up through that. But my way's a lot more efficient as well, because I can easily get that power without having to sacrifice. I can make myself fusions that give me even more power without having to sacrifice anything like that.
Yeah. And this right here is this is technically a new session that we're beginning with because Matt is showing off all the stats. So he did a bit of grinding.
Yeah. And needless to say, I'm rather low level because the castle monsters are at least level 34.
You'll be fine. Well,
right.
Let me reword that. I'll assume that you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be more than okay. Believe you me.
Okay.
Because A, I can level up really quickly there, and B, despite two monsters maybe absorbing or reflecting fire,
yeah,
it's still one of your better options to use against the Kuchisaki-owned monster.
I looked at the total game time. We're over 11 hours and 30 minutes. And
damn,
I can't help but feel it felt a little longer than that, to be honest.
Persona 1, yeah, Persona 1's kind of Spartan in comparison to its later successors.
Spartan.
In other words, very basic. There's no real side quests, no real exploration. It just takes you on a ride for a story, which is a good story all the same.
Well, I'm really more intrigued to see how you're going to handle the next games in the installment because, man, even though you've said that Persona 1 in itself hasn't really aged all that well, compared to the other Persona games, you're still talking your ass off. So I can't imagine how much more of a chatterbox you're going to become when we finally get to your favorite game of all time, which is Persona 2. It was Eternal Punishment, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that alone, really.
Anyway, now that we have the compact, we need to go place that in the stand. But Nate's having some reservations. Chris flips his shit.
Nate wasn't a very big fan of temple guards. I don't blame him. Those guys always fuck you over.
Yeah, I think he got molested by one of them.
Well, I wouldn't go there, but he never could.
That would explain his stuck-up attitude.
He never could. No, it was because he made it to Legends of the Hidden Temple one time. He couldn't construct a fucking silver monkey like every other kid in that damn show, and he missed his trip to space camp.
Believe it or not, that
and my immersion's ruined.
Fuck. Anyway, Nate figured out that this was a trap. Guido wanted the compact, but he couldn't touch the kid, so instead he made us do it. We had to do this because if we didn't fall for the trap, we would never be able to meet up with Guido. Why didn't he just take the compact away? You will find out later.
I was about to ask, why didn't Guido just go to May herself? Himself, I'm sorry.
Because May made the whole town. If May has a whole lot, even without Maggie, May's got enough power to obliterate Guido. Besides,
she can.
Besides, remember, he can't touch May either because then he'll lose Maggie. Remember, May and Maggie are two in the same thing.
Yeah, I know that.
So what ends up happening is that...
But May can destroy the town with the blink of an eye.
Right. Well, if she has the full compact, I believe. Welcome to Castle Mana. I like this place. It's very labyrinth, and I do love the musical track here. It's quiet, calm, and sophisticated. I love it. New enemies: psychos and djinns. Psychos are zombie monsters that have the axe for holy bound and poison air, but they're no threat at all. They go down just like any other zombie monster. The genies in the back will cast Blazewall and Firewall, which means they're pretty much going to hit you hard with fire magic, or they're going to absorb fire magic for their entire party. But they're still real. No, that is Illuyanka. It's a famous mythical sea serpent that was slain by a holy or righteous king or something like that. And this game is called Leviathan. Anyway, these monsters are all weak to tier 2 stuff, or if you even want to go as far as that, tier 1. See what I mean? Because of my fusion capabilities and what I've shown you what to do in fusion, I can easily make lower level Persona last a hell of a lot longer than they can. That is Aomar, Estalios.
What did it tell me to do?
Any fire attacks I send at them get healed. Huh?
No, the djinn's battle cry is.
That's in the PSP version. PSX version.
PSP.
There's a lot of wacky battle cries, which makes it hilarious. Anyway, I have him using a lance because even though, like I told you, Gozu Tenno maybe have stronger magic, that low or it's gonna bite me in the ass later on.
Yeah.
The castle has a few treasures too, so I kind of get lost looking for some of them. And the lava sword there is a weapon for Brad. It's weak but multiple hits, so that's not a bad choice for him.
The sword appearance in battle never changes no matter what kind of weapon you have equipped to it.
Right. The only difference is whether or not you got a weapon equipped to it at all.
Yes. All right. So,
as long as you understand what it's supposed to look like graphically, you get the idea. The only problem I have in this game, and to be honest, the PSP version isn't much better at it, is that... Actually, no, the PSP version is a lot better at it because they at least show you the icon. In this game, if you got something like a lava sword or something like that, you really want to know dead offhand who the hell equips it dead offhand. For example, the lava sword I used to think was a Nate weapon until I realized it was a Brad weapon. The thing is, though, is that given the wording scheme on many of these weapons, you wouldn't be able to tell what they are dead offhand.
How does the PSP version fix this?
It shows you the icon of what the weapon is in general. So at least you understand like what weapon it is. Like, for example, the Dirk. It'll show its icon as a one-handed sword. So with that being said, you know that it goes on to either Heiyu or Ellen.
Yeah.
All of Nate's swords have the two-handed sword icon. All of Mark's axes have an axe icon. Chris's gloves have the glove icon. The bow has the bow. Yukino's razors have the razors, and whips have a whip icon, and so on.
Okay. So who's the freaky-looking exorcist?
So you have a better idea. That is a Rantula. They're huge on gravity magic. And the freaky lady in the back there is Hinos. Or Hinokata. She only
doesn't
spans...
look that freaky.
Yeah.
She looks totally innocent.
Anyway, she likes to spam one particular type of magic attack. Unfortunately for us, that one magic attack is death. As a night demon, however, she has no resistance against physical attacks and goes down as such.
Yeah, as seen by the bullet raid.
Yeah, I love the machine gun in this game. Now, here's the thing I do sometimes, is that sometimes I tend to get a little lost here when I'm looking for the right way to go for the treasure. Because there's two different pathways you have to take, and one pathway will take you on the path toward the treasure, and the other way will take you toward the boss fight.
This place is pretty big.
The treasure is it's big, but it ain't bad. New enemy, land shark, or as it's called in Japan, ocelot.
Really now?
As Richard Jenny, as the late and great Richard Jenny would say of this situation, eh? But these things are jockey monsters, and they absorb fire, but they're no threat at all. They're weak to tier 2 magic. As such,
you don't get ocelot out of that, man. Come on.
Unless the monster hiding inside the giant jaws are fucking ocelots, but I don't see it.
Or revolver ocelot.
Oh, that would be some fucking shit. Like every time they want to do a physical attack, they juggle they spit up 3 revolvers in the air each time. Now, there's something else I probably didn't fully explain properly. Oh yeah, Ilyanka gives your boost.
One more time, man.
I try to figure out which way I want to do it because. Anyway, what I was saying earlier. Each of the personas, the demons in question, have natures as well. I said this earlier. If you understand the natures well enough, you could probably bypass some of the rules. Like I said earlier, how holy light monsters are immune to all magic unless you hit them with evil dark. That's because you're able to bypass their natures. They'll always take damage from evil dark magic. And as seen with the ocelots and Lancelot over there a few minutes ago. Since they got hit by ice, since they were fire monsters, they were weak to ice magic.
But besides that,
so anyway, I just fell down the stairs.
Besides fire monsters being weak to ice magic, they're pretty much immune, or just physically stronger against any other type of elemental spell.
They're magic. Like, remember what I said about tier 1 and tier 2 magic?
Yeah.
Jockey are pretty strong against tier 1 magic, but they'll be weak against tier 2. The PSP version has a much better interface, and by that alone, that means that you'll be able to figure it all out from there. Trust me, on the PSP interface, it makes so much more sense. It's not even funny.
I'd imagine. Well, then, I don't think you're doing a bad job.
And meanwhile, the castle
everything,
just stripped away into the void. Anyway, the castle there just fell into the void, which means that we're inside X-Death's castle again. Ew.
This place is pretty damn fucking big, though.
God, I hope we're not.
Oh, barcode, barcode.
Oh, son of a bitch. Hope. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you have your scanners available, you can try scanning it and get a free coupon.
Guys, it's a QR code. You know what that means? No, wait, Matt, you don't play Animal Crossing.
New enemy. No, anyway, new enemy here. Power. These things... Oh, yeah, Gaseous got holy word. But anyway, first power. Power monsters here, they have this... They're the first ones with the spell Elixir, meaning they can fully heal one of their allies to full health. And they can also have the ability to revive, though I rarely see it. Cyclone. Rules apply. Anyway, Nate got holy magic. That's about it there.
Well, hold on, wait, one more time, Matt, because you kind of dropped there.
Sorry.
No. I mean, repeat.
Nate got holy.
There's also
pizza power.
There's also pizza power, a wonderful saucer of delight.
Yummy. But I overpowered the powers anyway, thanks to Cursal.
I want pizza.
Ding!
I want pizza now.
It's 12:23 in the morning, dude.
Hey,
Even I'm not that much of a fat
that's
ass.
quitter talk.
Oh, fuck my arteries.
Eat some pizza and do some beetle farming. Fuck you.
Oh, man. New enemies. Beasleys. These things like to do... You remember the ray magic we saw a while back?
That was the tier 2
These
spell,
things, like,
was it?
Yeah, it's a tier 2 spell.
Okay.
These things will use spells like Wave Ball and Sonic, which is basically Xandine. It's our first... Now we're starting to get hit with tier 3 magic. But don't worry, these things don't have the offensive magic power to use it effectively.
And then
Pretty loud, huh?
And then they unleashed firecrackers at us.
Happy 4th of July from Beasley to you.
Holy shit, I just realized that the 4th of July is not that far off, actually.
Should we do Metal Gear Solid 2 or wait a while?
What, in one day? Welcome to our 11-hour long play.
Why not live?
PS2.
Now relax, Johnny. Remember, after all the cutscenes, we'll be done in about 2 minutes.
If we're gonna pick a date for Metal Gear Solid 2, it'll be April 30th.
Oh, fuck yes. Anyway, these things are all weak to tier 1 magic, so just blow them away. And Mary's reached... And yes, Johnny's editing out all the battling and grinding, so therefore you're seeing the levels come on up now, kiddies.
Hooray for context!
Hooray for editing! Because if you were watching somebody else, you would probably be at part 33 in their playthrough.
If we were watching Matt's editing...
I'm not fucking kidding. Fuck you, dude.
If we were watching Matt's editing...
If you were watching my editing...
If we were watching Matt's editing, it'd be a black fucking screen.
Asshole. Yeah, what would it be like? Persona? What would it be like? Persona, the audio story.
I don't have a dazzle for 30 minutes. Then we put it on the playlist.
Anyway, these things here are Valkyries, or I forget what their real names are in the PSP version. These things will hit you with Holiest. If you remember the Mamudo from earlier in the game, these things here hit you with the Holy variant of that, which means that if you have Evil Dark Persona, you're going to die. Fortunately, that's kind of rare for us at this point in the game, so we're A-okay.
Well, out of the 5 from here, who has Evil Dark Personas?
It would be Chris, but Chris is equipped with Stallios, so that's a non-issue. So we could say Toot Liu.
Ow.
Woo! They also like to hit you with Floater, which is kind of like a rapid fireball attack. And they can do Sexy Dance and Air Slash, which is kind of funny. Anyway, I know I'm going on the path toward treasure because I'm technically going the wrong way.
Technically, you are.
Remember the golden rule of dungeon design, kiddies. If you're going the wrong way, there's good stuff behind it. So anyway, what do you think of Castlevania here in terms of like aesthetics? I know it's just a giant labyrinth to you, but
I like it more in terms of aesthetic. In terms of aesthetics, I like it more than the last one we went into. That was,
of course,
not the forest, the one before that. The
Castle, the Karma Palace.
There you go. Yeah.
Anyway, we found a treasure room. In here, yeah, they all hit you for a little damage, but don't worry about it. You can heal it up.
How much?
Here we can find one of the big prizes. 1 damage apiece.
Oh, okay.
We got Gold Tip, which is very powerful ammunition. We'll eventually find better later, but for now, that's good stuff. The W tablet. That's used to make Byakko of the Hermit Arcana.
Yeah, how many W tablets would you need?
You only get 1.
So you only need 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Physical guard for a Tetracorn, which enables us to repel all physical attacks for a turn. And this is a laser bow, which is a 0 to 7 hit weapon for Maki. Ouch! That will reduce your HP to 1.
I was gonna ask, do those do more damage because the sprite's bigger?
Yeah, they reduce AU's HP to 1.
Poor Heyu.
Tell me about it. First, his mother names him something that sounds like the epitome of "get over here," and then he gets hit in the head by a giant Jack Frost wielding a sledgehammer. I'm checking my.
You can never play Fatal Fury with AU. Terry Bogard will confuse the fuck out of him in day 1.
Oh man.
Hey you! Yes.
I switch over the Cupid shot to the gold tip on Hey You. I give somebody else. No, everybody else has Cupid shot. So fortunately for me, I'm able to like turn around and just kick some more. I'm able to make some more powerful fusions when I throw the bullets in there. Son of a bitch!
We just sidestepped out of there.
Yeah, I know. The demons here are kind of relentless. I cannot wait for Persona 2 when we get Estoma. We also get Estoma in the PSP re-release too, so that's an improvement over there.
Man, I heard you.
And for those you,
I'm sorry to cut you off there, but do you? So it's been confirmed that we're not getting the PSP release of Eternal Punishment.
Do you just like making me cry?
Oh well, I'm just getting clarification because I wasn't.
You're
sure
making me cry.
time.
You want to make me cry, you jerk.
Oh,
But
suck
yes,
it up. How do you think
Fuck
I?
you, alright? That's like being told we'll never get Final Fantasy VI.
Don't you?
But yeah, we're not on punishment here in the States. But yeah, we're never getting the PSP version here in the States, barring emulator mods. But we'll get a mod for that sooner or later. It wasn't like Atlas didn't want to. But it wasn't a case of Atlas not wanting to release the PSP version over here. Some sort of business politics or bullshit. It was pretty much the same thing that happened with Kingdom Hearts. I don't know the full story behind that though. But what Atlas did was that they re-released Eternal Punishment for the PlayStation on the PlayStation Network, so you could play it from there. But that's twice we got screwed out of a complete duology. Because the first time around we never got Innocent. No, because the first time around we never got Innocent Sin for the PlayStation, and now we're not getting Eternal Punishment for the PSP. That's a screw job and a half.
Yeah, it's like something's not right.
Especially.
But did you say Eternal Punishment's on the PSN?
Yes.
American PSN?
Yes.
Is it? I might pick it up then if you talk about it so much.
I love it to death. You have to have a special mindset for a Persona and Shin Megami Tensei in general. But when you can adapt to the mindset, you'll really love it. It's still my favorite video game of all time, dude.
I'm not afraid to pick it up because I had a similar mindset when I first approached believe it or not, Chrono Trigger. Because I didn't pick up Chrono Trigger when it was first released. I didn't play it until I played the Final Fantasy Chronicles PlayStation 1 port. And then I ended up falling in love with it so goddamn much I made sure to own every other version of it since.
Alright. And I'm telling you, dude, like I said, Persona 2, Eternal Punishment was gorgeous. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you understand the mindset then when it comes to getting new ones. Matthew gives a silent nod, or he goes, that does not mean he is not impressed. But yeah, I would like to play. I can't wait till we do Chrono Trigger for the channel because that's when we got to. That's when we got to show off.
I love Chrono Trigger, dude. Have you played it, right?
I honestly have not. Oh. It's right there on the top of my to-do list, but I just don't have the time.
Oh, that means you're never gonna do it.
because what happened is that my PS3's hard drive is completely full, so I can't play any new games.
Why don't you get the?
And I am dying to play BioShock Infinite and The Last of Us.
Why don't you get the DS version?
You were saying, bro?
Why don't you get the DS version of Chrono Trigger?
Because I heard that was absolutely inferior.
No, it's not. I would say it's the best version of Chrono Trigger.
Oh. Johnny, have you cut out the Kuchisaki-on battles? Because I know we fought them a few times, and I haven't seen one yet.
Kuchisaki-on? What do they look like?
Or they're the red clothed, blue haired versions of the Iwate monsters.
We're gonna have to see momentarily. I mean, oh no, I left Vishnu in there.
Hi, Vishnu. I think you cut them out too inadvertently. There's a special monster that starts appearing around this part of the game called Lips, or Kuchisaki-on. She is impossible to negotiate with under normal circumstances. To get her spell card, you have to have Chris in the party, because she only responds to interest with Chris. And unfortunately, sometimes even that doesn't work all the time, because she ends up getting more happy than interested.
Oh, wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
Did you confuse that for the Iwate?
Maybe, or it could be the fact that negotiating with it took 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah, because I fucked up. Anyway, whatchamacallit, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Kuchisaki-on. They have they're from the Haunt class, the Spirit class, and they can give your undead monsters the spell Extinct, which is Mamudo, or Dead All, if you want to be more blunt about it. Looks really cool, too. I contact this guy here because I'm going to want his Blaze Wall spell and my Emperor Fusion's coming up.
Okay. But the creature you're talking about...
I also should have gotten the Ocelot card because I need the fucking Ocelot, too, to make him... Anyway, I kind of get lost a bit here because I don't see that giant fucking hallway off to the southeast corner telling me to go this way, stupid. So I end up getting lost a little bit.
Alright, but since I edited out the battle because you don't manage to get the spell card from the whatever what was the name, the Kujisaka Yomi?
Yeah, or Lips if you want to be or for American version.
Yeah, because I'm American, I'll call it Lips. What is the correct process of getting the spell card?
You have to do one of two things. Chris has to be able to pique her interest through magic, or you piss her off and hope for the best. I may have said through different emotions other than interest.
Somebody help me.
No, I'm not kidding you. I'm totally fucking serious because I did this once with Ellen. I did it with Ellen, and the moon was about 5/8 full. I pissed off Kuchisakion with Ellen, and the monster was like, God's sakes, you know what? Just take the fucking card. Well, not fucking, she can't curse. She went, but she was so angry with me, she didn't even want to talk anymore. She was like, you know what? For God's sake, just take the card. And she gave me the card. If you're going after the item called the glass doll, exactly. Anyway, if you're going after the special glass doll item, which will help you make Vishnu. Yes, Vishnu's a persona.
You mean he's more than a now loading screen?
Yes, he is. If you want to get the glass doll item to make Vishnu, you have to contact every demon in the game and gain every spell card at least once. By the way, the death ring there, that's used to make the level 37 persona walls. Or, wait, what was the order? Scrag, Verdandi, Erg? Something like that? Skuld, Verdandi, Erg. It's one of those combinations. Past, present, future of the Norse god, the time goddesses. That monster is the persona of the past. If you rank her up to rank 8 and then return her, you gain an item called the Fate Pin in this version.
No, we got something.
Which makes the level 88 priestess persona. Yeah.
We got something called Alexandria. I want to play 9 again.
I know, I do too. Anyway, what was I saying? If you return to level 37 Walls persona, you get an item called Fate Pin, and when you have that and 2 special spell cards, you can make the level 88 persona Scrag, which is the best priestess persona in the entire game. Of course, we're not going to make her for the scope of this Let's Play unless I show off my bonus content. New enemies! Naga! Again, Holy Light, but magic burns the shit out of them. And we got Heal All.
Are these Nagas of the cave variety?
No, these are Nagas of the wind variety.
Wind Naga.
They'll hit you with wind magic and an attack called Boom. Naga!
This delay is killing. This delay is killing me, man.
It is. That's why next time we do this, we do it in person.
Alright. It looks like Nagas are afraid of ice.
In general. Except wind. I think they absorb or reflect wind.
Well, wind Nagas, you would think they absorb wind. No, they're actually weak to it. The name is just a name.
No, they're not called wind Nagas. They're just called Nagas. N-A-G-A.
I know how Naga spelled.
My fault. Anyway, go northeast. Go northeast. Oh, past Matt, what are you doing to me, you dick? Northeast, northeast. I get lost.
Past Matt, we have a delivery from Future Matt. You dick. Hey, fuck you.
You know what? I could probably see myself doing that too.
Matt commentating with Matt. Predict the outcome now.
That could probably be my own unique gimmick if I ever do my own Let's Play channel. I'm gonna tell you the schizophrenic gamer.
Commentating with yourself.
Exactly. And apparently I'm lost here because my stupid ass says, no, go back, what are you doing?
Well, look, the pathway is outlined in the map, though, so you can see exactly where you're going.
Yeah, but I'm going the wrong way is the colossal problem.
So you shouldn't be here in the first
place. Turn around, you fool. There you go. And how have you know this? If it works in Final Fantasy 13-2, it can work here. By God, that was fucking stupid, though. I'm not kidding, dude. In Final Fantasy 13-2, spoiler warning, in order to beat the giant fal'Cie that goes rogue, or the fal'Cie replica, Sarah screams to Hope to stop the project, and somehow Hope hears the scream 200 or 300 years in the past.
Oh wait, you told me about that.
You have to see the scene for yourself. It's literally pants on head retarded. Here we go. And they say I'm being too hard on that hack Toriyama.
So wait, she screamed so fucking loud, she ripped the fabric of time and space.
She didn't
itself?
She did not rip it open. She did not rip open a hole in the time-space continuum. She just screamed, and somehow Hope, 300 years in the past, heard her and stopped mission productivity on the atom.
There has to be justification for that. You don't just do that.
I wish there was. It's still, even if there was justification, it's still fucking stupid. Meanwhile, I'm lost here because Chris keeps slamming my head into the fucking walls.
Chris, not now.
Ow. And right through here is the boss chamber. But first things first, get Mary out of the back row. The boss knows a deadly attack called Ice Arrow, and if Mary's left alone in the back, she'll be completely obliterated by it. Now we have this very epic boss battle. Next time, a Persona...
We'll see you guys next week to see who's behind the door.
Or if it's a Zonk.
Oh, fuck.